Welcome to the Early Morning Show with Debarshi. It's your host Debarshi here, and I hope you all are safe, healthy, and fit. But well, many of us are in quarantine, and that means 24 hours 7 fun, right? Well, we do have work for the adults and school for the students. Well, we did all wish we had the whole year of vacation. It is the same thing without all the freedom we usually have. And we all know the reason: COVID-19. We know that quarantine is something to protect ourselves and we all follow them. But there are few things that are so absurd that make us feel like, excuse me. This is what I call a myth. And so, I welcome you all to the first episode of my show. The topic is facts versus myth. Yes, fact versus fiction sounds better. But, well, bear with it. Okay. So, we start off with the first myth. The myth is that living in a hot and humid climate protects you from the virus. Now, I'm gonna say you something. If you people learned science in your school or concentrated in your science class, you would know that the viruses are neither dead nor alive. It acts as if it's dead before entering the body and after entering the body. It uses us as a host cell. Well, guess what? A research says that the virus can spread in all the climates. So might as well stay at home. So people, no matter what climate it is outside, maybe except Antarctica, you could contract it. So be careful. Here comes myth number 2. Mosquitoes could spread the virus. One thing, mosquitoes are carriers for mainly protozoa and parasites like Plasmodium. So it be carrying a virus like that could be unlikely. And even if it does, a study says that even if it is injected to our blood, it could be filtered by the kidney before it affects us, as it is a respiratory disease. Myth number 3. Well, this is not much of a myth, but older people are at a higher risk of the virus. The virus affects people of every age, irrespective of who you are. But yes, the older people do have a slightly higher chance to get affected by the virus. But pregnant women and patients with cancer or chronic diseases or underlying health issues are also in the risk spectrum. Just be safe, people. Here comes myth number 4. This is too absurd. All of the COVID-19 cases are severe and fatal. People, think about cold or flu. There are different stages or levels of it. It could be very mild and taken care at home by staying in a separate room and taking medicines regularly prescribed by the doctors. Others, which are severe, can be taken to hospital under the doctor's supervision and can be cured. And the critical cases or the extreme case, some die. But COVID-19 is also the same thing. There are different levels of it. Numbers says that 80% of those infected display very mild symptoms and can be cured by staying at home and taking medicines regularly. Only 14% are severe, where they can be taken to hospital to keep under the supervision of the doctors and the medical staff. And 5 to 6% are critical, and they are quite close to death. So, people, please do not be afraid. Be calm and understand the situation. Please understand that not everyone has a serious problem. One could recover, other could die. Few are kept in their homes itself in a separate room. Things like this has to be understood by us people and taken normally. And lastly, I would like to say that if you can donate, please donate to anyone who needs help during this crisis. And the end comes to the first episode of the Early Morning Show with Debarshi. And I'll bring you the next episode of the Early Morning Show soon. Till then, stay tuned.